let's see what this quality is looking like. Let's see. Let me see. People play too damn much when you try to be on Apex. Everything with these fools is a joke. It's always a joke. Yeah, when they go down, pick me up, man. Say, pick me up now. Cool. All right, I got 720/60 on the Streamlabs now. Ain't no way in hell I'm pushing it to 1080 because I don't want to use up my bandwidth. But it was pretty simple. I'm glad somebody, used their brain and they decided, you know what, man, let me help out the people who want to use Streamlabs, Let me help them out. I gotta buy a damn microphone. Any feet. One thing I can do. One thing I can do to ensure that I get the best audio quality possible is buying a microphone. Cause this camera picks up sound, but it picks up the feedback too. It's better than that chat link cable where you hear that loud pitch sound that I had before. Biscuit eating. Goddamn biscuits and gravy ass. Got a crust. Goddamn crusty beard. But you know, one thing that amazes me is how some people get on and they podcast, and when they podcast, they secure themselves a ridiculous amount of viewers every single time they do it. And some of these people haven't been celebrities. Some of these people haven't been, you know, anybody who, you know, the modern person would follow. But I, the funny thing about it is, I definitely understand. Yeah, he's actually taking his channel very seriously at this point because he told everybody that he was like, man, all right, guys, I'm letting y'all know something. It's time for business because this channel is blown up. And he was like, you ain't gonna be having people steal my work anymore. From now on, you got to ask me for permission. He said, this is a business and you will be cut. You get a big ass boot in your chest and you fall off a damn cliff. I'm just glad I got the Streamlabs situation figured out because that's where I wanted to be with Streamlabs. Do a quick test. Bamboozles for the foozles. That's one thing I'm trying to figure out. Let me see. Shit, food, life. Let's see. Alright, got it figured out. Streamlabs is like so easy to work with too. It's one of my greatest motivations to using it. And all I gotta do now is find me a frame and I'm gonna put the border around my stuff. Let me see. Secure that bad boy. Just shrink up the camera a little bit. It'd be like Urian. How dost thou sucketh? Let me count thy wounds. Let me count thy wounds. Yeah. Mr. Urian. It's weird. It's weird because this program is more demanding on YouTube than the OBS pro. I mean the Elgato program, but I don't know, man. Hopefully everything just always flows. Because I mean, it looks about where it was. Yeah, it looks about where it was at 1080. I'm at 720. I can push it to 1080, but that's gonna suck up my damn memory off my internet.
Bamboozles for the fools. That was better in my mind.
Then again, I'm looking at 1080 while I'm playing at 1080 while I'm looking at 720. Of course, it's going to be a substantial difference in that. Cool. Well, I'm glad OBS is back where it's supposed to be, and everything seems to be running well. If only this game always ran at 60 frames per second. Oh man, I get so many kills. I guess one issue I have is that I'm disqualifying my ability to Well, YouTube, what is the recommended bit rate then? What do you recommend? Yeah, I was wondering when you have closed captions, does that help them monitor the words you say? Yeah. Actually keep it off of mine in case I'm cussing, and keep tabs of it, because I know there's a lot of people who curse on here, but you know how it goes. Yeah. Before I know it, next thing I know, the police officer's gonna bust through the door, and I'm gonna say I live here. And he's gonna say no, you don't, and then throw a bunch of photos of white people on the counters, and then shoot me up. Stupid. All of a sudden, the police officer comes in the door with a sack full of stuff, and it's a whole bunch of enough family stuff, and he just puts it up in your house as he barges through the door, and then they shoot the hell out of you because it's like, yeah, you don't live here, you just broke in here, you filthy ass. I honestly don't think they intended for him to heal like that. Some of these changes they made to some of these characters, I know they intended for it because they had a lot of this game planned out way before Octane's healing, I don't think his healing ability was meant to be that strong. But I understand why it's that way because of the nature of the game. Because really, another thing about this game is that I've noticed everything is being substituted for skill in Apex at this moment. Like some of the characters are getting such huge buffs to the point to where their powers are making them more useful as just a sorcerer rather than a shooter. So some characters just by their powers alone and suck at shooting. Like me. Well, I don't suck, but I'm just not pinpoint accurate. And this game demands that. You said a contract? Oh. Hey, thanks to good old YouTube. I can tell you the settings so you can just get it set up real quick. I mean, that's, to be honest, man, that was one of my things too, was initially when I first started streaming on Mixer, I was pretty reluctant about doing it because of all the extra hassle of having the camera hooked up and doing whatever else I was expected to do. But then I realized, I was like, well, it's just a camera, man. Either way it goes, so if I walk out the door, somebody's going to see me anyway. So does it really make a difference if I'm talking in public or on here or whatever? Does it really actually make a difference? I mean, yeah, this is a level of accountability. Shit, either way it goes, I've never been one to not say what I want to say. But as far as the technical part, I mean, I didn't realize it was as easy as putting the camera up, hooking the damn camera up, and that was it, and going on the program. And shit, the damn Elgato acts as a HDMI, so it's like shit. Once you hook it up, there's no reason to take it apart. Plus, I mean, with all the things you already know on YouTube, hooking up a stream is like monkey's work compared to what you normally do. So the minimum bit rate I can have for this speed is 6,000 for 1080p 720. And right now I have it at 9,000, the very tip of the cap. That's the thing about it. I can push it to 1080, but I'm not. Yeah, it'll definitely affect that bit rate. I have to turn the bit rate up. But from what I was looking at, when I was trying to research on how can I help the channel's growth and stuff, it seems like one of the big things that everybody mentioned, all the people who wrote about it or people who talked about it, they're pretty much mentioning quality. And it's gonna have to come a point in time where I'm gonna have to figure out a better alternative for the internet speed, and the quality for it or something. Ain't that funny how everybody think that at the exact same time? Game, man. I don't even know how to play the damn game. See them go out and do some stupid shit and get killed. Trash. You got 20 damage. Yeah, he's the only person who gets a Spitfire. Everybody got P2020s and Mozambiques on drop. And he get 20 damage and get killed by triple Mozambiques can call you trash. When you don't even have a gun. And you killed somebody. Sup, man? Damn, wasting my goddamn time. Stupid ass nigga. Garbage. Hey, dude. I gotta get my aim laser like that where I can fight people up close like that every time. If I can do that, I'll kill everybody I fight easily. I think my weakness is mid to long range with guns that aren't mid to long range. Trying to stretch a short range gun out for a medium range fight. So I gotta work on my recoil control. Trash. Everybody say that on this shit. It's like, dude, I know what my shortcomings are. You can please shut your damn mouth. Worry about your fucking self. Worry about that 12 damage you got that game. Worry about that 200 damage you got when we all got 1,000 damage. Worry about your damn self, nigga. What they used to say back in the day? All the old school people used to say, mind your own damn business. Yeah, try that.
Throwing Arcstar. Throwing Arcstar. Arcstar. Grenade out. Now I think this card needs a little more me. Decoy escape deployed.
So I thought I told you guys to make sure NSX gets no kills. Hey. Team B in the mountains. Attack him. Team Z, attack him. Team G, attack him. Like, ain't all y'all in full supposed to be attacking each other? Something behind it. There's a reason why. There's got to be a reason behind why one season I'm killing it, the next season I'm killing it, the next season I'm killing it, and then there's a certain point where I'm just doing really, really bad. I'm getting like one or two kills at best during a game, or low damage. And you know, my teammates do be sucking. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But there's a lot of times I'm in 1v1s and I get demolished in the 1v1, and my teammate sucks, or I'll be a 1v2, and I've done 3v1s and won them, so there's no reason why I should be losing a 1v2 or even a 1v1. I should be able to strategize my way in or out of it. So I mean, I can't completely blame my shitty ass teammates. Every fight is definitely different. That's the big difference between this game and like Street Fighter. One thing, oh yeah, you got a dude hiding around the corner. He's about to throw some grenades. As soon as you hear your footsteps or sees you on the radar, the grenade's gonna blow up right behind you. He's gonna come around the corner with a sword. When you go flying forward, smack you if you fall for it. Then you gotta have a shotgun. If you have a shotgun, you pop him with the shotgun real quick. He's gonna glide over the top of your head with the sword when he misses. Then you shoot him in the back of the head, he dies. His teammates hiding in the background with a sniper rifle. You already know. Maybe I should practice more consistently, because I think that's one of my big things. Because your results of practice, the results of doing anything solidifies after a certain period of time after doing it. And I guess one thing I do is that once I start to see results of my training come in, and I'm just like murking teams, and I'm doing really well, and I'm just killing people left and right, back and forth, I don't really allow myself to fully capitalize on it by keeping that skill there. Just kind of ride on what I have and take it for granted instead of continuously practicing. Oh, okay. I just cleared out a whole team by myself. Oh, okay. Alright. Just won this game by myself. Oh, just murked this guy. Like, yep, you know what? I think I'm good enough not to practice. But then I tend to forget sometimes, like, well, shit. All the top people who play this game, they consistently practice. I'd be disappointed in my performance, like just the firing part. Like that's ultimately what destroys my morale when I'm just getting. That's why sometimes I don't say nothing, because it's like if I start talking about whatever is going on in the game too much, then I'll start thinking about it. And if I think about it, then I'll think about where I failed at. And I failed pretty tremendously in most games, so I tend not to try to think about it. And then after a while, through so many failures, I tend to have pretty successful games. But I try not to overthink or think about anything, because thinking is just the worst thing I could do. Or what do you call that? Pondering? Tend not to try to ponder on things. Yeah, that's one of the main reasons I hotshot. Games when I do exceptionally well though, it's usually when I'm playing like by myself and I'm doing for myself and only about myself. When I'm being completely selfish, I do exceptionally well because I only put myself in situations that benefit only me. But if the game's going too slow, I'll put myself in a position that will get me killed because I'm getting bored just sitting around, and my teammates might not be on board with actually playing the game. They might just want to explore or sit around and loot or something stupid. It's like you only need but so much loot and so many things to get the game started, and you're going to get the rest from the enemies. A lot of times whenever we're playing together though, I catch your bullets. Yeah, it like happens all the time. So sometimes I avoid being near you. Because it's like the bullets will go straight past you and hit me and kill me instantly in a burst of bullets. And I'm thinking like, yep, figures. Or I see some dude sneaking up behind you, and because we probably haven't had fights in a while, I'll be a little rusty. I'll miss all my shots on him and hit him with the last 3 bullets enough to alert him. Then he'll turn around and hit me with a full clip. Perfectly. It's just shit like that that's ultimately disappointing, because it's like this dude was left out in the open, back turn, everything. And I might have missed the shots. Totally missed the shots in reaction fire. And it'll piss me off because it's like, dude, I had the shot on him. He was unarmed. Everything. And yeah, he was coming for you, but he didn't know I was even there. Perfect opportunity wasted. So it's just certain things I know I gotta work on. I gotta aggressively use my ADS button to readjust myself a lot more. It's another thing. situations where I know my shot isn't there, I need to be aggressively flicking in and out of that AES. Practice on my shot, the movement transitions again, because that's another thing too, is I changed my crouch to toggle instead of, I'm at hold instead of toggle, and I found that it makes reaction very good when you have balance, but it makes but it can also affect your movement transitions. So if you like sliding and jumping, you have to let go of that crouch the moment you jump. So it kind of like a little bit of muscle memory slip up there, because if not, I can't like slide from the middle of the fight and readjust myself as quickly as possible to get out of there. And that's what gets me killed sometimes too. Recently is we'll be fighting and the enemy will be reloading, and that'll be a perfect chance for me to slide, advance, and jump towards him and throw his aim off and get as close as possible, which will put me in a perfect spot to shoot him. But I'll slowly just slide into I'll slowly slide into place or crouch down in place in the wrong direction. I'm in the direction I wanted to head to, and I'll just be sitting there and I'm thinking like, damn, yep, I didn't get the slide there, did I? Nope, I didn't get the slide. Eat every bullet. I swear they reduced the recoil in the RA-45. L-Star is a good gun when you use it in a different way from what it's intended. Or at least that's how it works for me. Like I noticed with the L-Star, like when I have a scope on it and I'm using it as just an assault rifle, or like a, you know, like using it as like a DMR for example, like L-Star works out perfect. But whenever I use it in close quarters, I totally miss. I think ultimately what we need is we need a third person to balance things out between our decisions. Like with Ace, because Ace did pretty well. He did pretty well with us, because whenever you had a decision, I listened to your decision and he listened to your decision. Whenever I had a decision, we executed my decision too, and then when he had a decision, then we both were able to kind of gauge on if his decision was good or not, and we listened to it and it ended up paying off. Or if if one of our decisions were bad, we were able to, all three of us, be on our own ends of that map and hold our own, because we cover fire for each other, because we were aware, without, like, we were communicating, but without full communication we were still somewhat aware of each other's, like, mindsets and situation. So we kind of kept a kind of a triangle type of position. It was weird how it worked out, but that match, it worked out perfectly when we were playing together. Because even when he was getting into some mess, I was able to just, when he was getting in some mess, you let me know, like, because at that point I was like kind of unconscious, because I was fighting the team that me and you were both we were both tagging the team, and you told me you was like, yeah, Ace over there by himself. And as soon as you said that, I looked over, seen the dude that was shooting at him, popping him straight in the head, and that turned the tide of his battle instantly. And you were holding off a team in the background that kept trying to snipe at us. Eventually it came to the point. Yeah. And shit, I decided, hey, I might as well move with Ace then, because since me and him both are in the mood to charge in, and you holding them off, it's like, well, why not? And when I moved in with him, and when me and him were both moving in on the targets, then you had cover fire, and when I got my shield broke, because, like, it's like that catching a bullet thing I mentioned earlier. I ended up catching all his bullets, and as soon as I caught his bullets, you cover fire for me, and that shit actually saved me. that situation, that particular situation. Got the dude off the roof. That Fort Arthur. They also messed up because they didn't know I had a peacekeeper. Damn, peacekeeper's the end all.
Bamboozles for the foozles. Yeah, I said it.
It was fairly efficient.
Bam to the woozle. Yeah, sending out a decoy.
That's one thing I can say from my point of view to my contributions to the team. Is one thing I got to do is I got to make myself solid at taking down a person every single time I fight. I got to make myself fully solid at that so I can always fulfill my end. And sometimes I have like these little things that happen. Might throw my aim off, or I might not be all there at that moment, or whatever it is. But I gotta work on my shot and stuff. Make sure my shot is on point. So really, I need to be doing that before I even consider playing this shit like that. I think we said it before, but we gotta practice more consistently. Shit, then if you can count on me to always take out my person every single time, no matter what the situation is, then at least we'll have a backup plan for the third person if, you know, the third person gets down, which they usually do. I noticed one thing that slowed me down my looting when I switched to this controller is that I use the paddle for X sometimes, and it's quick. It's quicker than me using my thumb if I was focused on not using all the wrong muscles in my middle finger. Because I think I'm using the wrong muscles in my middle finger when I use the paddle sometimes, whenever I'm tense. So I like actually use the muscles on the top of my, on the part closest to my knuckle, rather than using the actual I don't like claw my hand to push the button, which I should do basically, which is way more efficient. So I'm gonna probably work on that shit. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely figure that one out. Probably just loot with X again. Smacking booty cheeks. This ain't football or prison yet. And even if it was football, nigga, keep that to yourself. Hell no. And you know how much, like, I watched the prison show the other day, or this dude's channel where he got these prisoners, these ex-convicts who he was interviewing or whatever. Just listening from the way, the things they were saying, it's amazing how much stuff in our society is this prison stuff. And I thought about this a while ago, like when I was dealing with some people out here. I was thinking like, man, I know half these motherfuckers are ex-convicts because of the way how they act, some of the things they do, the way they perceive things. Just the population in this town I stay in. This is an ex-prison. This is a prisoner population. A lot of these people got bad records. They have no sense of people skills whatsoever, and they all think that it's normal with the way how they behave. Because they all most of them come from prison or households where the guy raising them was a prisoner, or the mother raising them was from prison. People act like prisoners out here for real. And the so-called normal people are weird. They just sit there and stare at you. You be sitting there looking at them like, why you? What do you want, man? Talking about one of them assholes that punch you off a cliff when you're trying to aim. It's like, bro, why are you playing around, man? What the hell's wrong with you? Cost you the damn game playing around. She look gross? Hell no. I'm good. I ain't dating no gross looking chick. I found that when you mess with chicks who are below your standards too, that they tend to take the same attitude that a chick who thinks she's better than you is gonna take if you treat her right anyway. That's just my experience. I've been treated like crap by girls who are way beneath my standards.
Faking them out with a decoy.
Oh yeah, based off you treat them. Like, yep, I gave you a chance, and this is what you do? Okay. Alright. Just know when I grow up. Just know when I grow up. Don't try to hit me up or come back or none of that. Out of my life. Trust me. We men only get better through time. One thing that makes this game hard as hell to play is that it's an extremely fast shooter. That's why that damn Titanfall is the best practice that I have. I might start playing that shit again. Fucking thug. Fucking. Fort or two. Alright, cool. Do a little bit of editing on my OBS platform real quick. Let's see, how does this look? Show me the money. It's crazy. I stopped growing when I stopped using OBS. It's weird. Go ahead and end the stream. Figure this